Welcome to this video on the forensic identification of saliva, covering biological signatures, field recovery, and laboratory assays. Saliva is produced by three major glands, resulting in a total output of 1.0 to 1.5 liters per day. The submandibular gland accounts for the highest volume at 70%. This highly viscous biological fluid leaves a complex biochemical trace at crime scenes. Saliva is approximately 99% water. The remaining composition includes electrolytes, cellular material for DNA extraction, trace markers like bacteria and hormones, and functional proteins, with alpha-amylase being key for presumptive testing. The diagnostic target for saliva is human salivary alpha-amylase, or HSA. HSA, which originates in the salivary glands, must be isolated from human pancreatic alpha-amylase, which shares structural similarities. High-specificity assays are required to exclusively isolate HSA. Saliva evidence is recovered through three common vectors: direct transfer, such as bite marks or sexual assault swabs; habitual discard, including cigarette butts and beverage cans; and behavioral transfer, like licked envelopes or currency. Evidence collection depends on the stain state. Dry stains are moistened with distilled water, agitated, and air-dried. Wet stains are absorbed directly and cold air-dried. A critical note is the absolute avoidance of direct sunlight to prevent degradation. All samples are sealed, labeled, and sealed again. Initial optical screening uses alternate light sources, or ALS, with an excitation wavelength of 470 nanometers, yielding an orange to yellow fluorescence. Salivary fluorescence is weak, necessitating immediate chemical validation. The starch iodine assay uses inverse detection logic. Amylase digests the starch. When iodine is added, the fluid remains clear if amylase is present, indicating a positive result for saliva. If the liquid turns blue, starch is intact, indicating a negative result. Other presumptive chemical assays include the radial diffusion assay, which shows a clear halo formation upon iodine application, and the colorimetric assay, which measures color production via spectrophotometry. The Fidebus reagent test releases a highly visible royal blue color upon a positive result. The amylase mapping protocol is used for spatial diagnostics. Fidebus reagent is applied to filter paper. The paper is placed over the evidence, lightly sprayed with water, sealed to maintain moisture, and then observed for blue color generation over a timed interval. Confirmatory identification uses the immunochromatographic assay, a lateral flow test. The sample is loaded into the well. Anti-HSA antibodies in the test zone and anti-globulin antibodies in the control zone confirm the presence of human salivary alpha-amylase if two lines appear. Advanced molecular confirmation includes RNA profiling and ELISA. Genomic profiling detects STATH and HTN3 genes, conclusively confirming human salivary tissue origin. ELISA involves specific HSA antigens binding to antibodies, triggering a highly specific colorimetric cascade for irrefutable proof. The forensic identification process moves through a funnel of escalating specificity: visual screening, presumptive chemical screening, and confirmatory identification. This sequential advancement leads from probable evidence to definitive, court-admissible proof.